What if everything you thought you knew about the ancient ocean's top predators was wrong? Let's uncover when the deep first became a killing ground. Down here, the water is cold, heavy. Then, the baitfish explode outward as if something massive just breathed near them. A shadow crosses the abyss, barely a shape, yet its tail flick ripples the plankton like a silent shockwave through space. You thought apex means biggest, but true dominance is control, of energy, of fear, of where every meal is forced to run. Even a wounded straggler feels it. The current tugs, the darkness rises, and the ocean itself seems to decide who disappears next. So tell me, when did the ocean first create a true ruler, and what had to change before the deep could finally kill?
We've time-dived into warm Cambrian shallows, sunlit, crowded with life, yet strangely quiet, like a world holding its breath. Plankton turns the ocean into living dust, food floats everywhere, but energy is scattered, no dense fuel for a giant hunter. Filter feeders pulse and fan patiently, harvesting the current. Survival here is slow, steady, and almost peaceful. Gentle giants lumber by, armored but unhurried, more like drifting hills than monsters, leaving soft trails in the sand. Even feeding is small-scale. Grazers scrape biofilm, releasing tiny particles that vanish into the glow of the water. Look around. Reefs sway, soft fronds wave, and the whole seafloor moves like one body with the tide. Schools form loose ribbons, then melt apart again. There's no chase, no strike, just drifting patterns of caution. When death appears, it's scraps, not slaughter. Scavengers gather and tug slowly, as if time itself moves thicker here. Breathing with the reef, the current lifts grains of sand and sets them down again, nature riding motion without violence. Then the first warning. The school snaps tight into a bait ball, reacting to pressure that no eye can see. The camera searches open water, nothing but haze and plankton, yet every small body insists the danger is real. Predation exists, but it's limited. A small, jawless hunter grabs micro-prey and retreats, quick and messy, not dominant. You thought apex always existed, but here, even abundance doesn't create a ruler. Speed and weapons haven't arrived yet. Plankton swirls into a tiny storm as currents shift, beautiful, chaotic food, spread too thin to power a king. Myth, apex predators always ruled. Fact, dominance needs dense prey, oxygen, and tools like jaws, teeth, and speed. So what's missing? Follow the dark canyon. Light fades, and the current pulls inward like a slow inhale. A tiny explorer drifts too close. Plankton trembles and funnels toward the crevice, as if the water itself is turning. Then, gone. The creature is yanked into blackness, leaving only silt and bubbles, and one question: what just changed? Time speeds up. The water darkens, currents strengthen, and the calm Cambrian Sea begins to feel heavier, more dangerous. Food no longer floats evenly. Energy clumps and thins, reshaping where life can survive and where it cannot. Small prey sense it first, darting and hesitating, testing open water that suddenly feels exposed. Then it appears, an early fish with true jaws, built for control, not patience. These jaws aren't decoration, they open and close with intent, a new biological weapon entering the ocean. The predator surges forward, speed exploding from muscle and tail, rewriting the rules of pursuit. This is the first jaw snap. Impact, pressure, and panic collide as prey becomes something that can be seized. The school detonates into chaos, bodies colliding as instinct screams in every direction at once. The hunter misses, adjusts, and turns. Failure now teaches strategy instead of ending the chase. Driven into open water, prey lose their cover. Jaws turn space itself into a trap. Armor helps, but not enough. Teeth test defenses, and survival demands change. Scales drift through the current, the quiet aftermath of a new evolutionary escalation. Another predator arrives. Dominance now means competition, not just catching a meal. Prey split, sprint, hug the seafloor. Adaptation accelerates as every mistake becomes fatal. The hunter pauses, hovering, controlling territory, not just food, for the first time. Myth: apex predators always existed. Fact: only now does the ocean allow one to shape movement itself. But the rules keep shifting. The sea darkens, sediments rise, and hunting grounds begin to collapse. Predators and prey fade into turbulence, their new power tested by an unstable world. And just as jaws change everything, the ocean prepares its next move to wipe the board clean. The ocean turns hostile. Light dies, ash rains down, and the water itself becomes thick, heavy, and deadly. Storms tear through ancient seas, smashing reefs and scattering habitats that took millions of years to grow. Oxygen vanishes. Fish gasp and spiral, bodies failing in water that can no longer sustain them. Below, the seafloor becomes a graveyard, shells overturned, invertebrates twitching, then falling still. Reefs collapse under smothering sediment, erasing entire ecosystems in slow, silent motion. Corpses drift through the water column, spinning gently as currents argue over what remains. In the deep, organic snow falls like ash, life dissolving into darkness, grain by grain. Even predators falter. Speed means nothing when muscles starve for oxygen. Prey are no safer. Escape fails as weakness spreads through every fin and limb. The hunt ends unfinished. Environment strangles both hunter and hunted alike. Then, emptiness. Vast water stretches where movement once ruled. Myth: oceans are endlessly resilient. Fact: collapse can erase almost everything, fast. But survival begins quietly, with the smallest lives clinging to the mud. From the haze, early-jawed fish emerge, cautious, capable, alive when others are gone. They feed efficiently, uncontested. Extinction has cleared the table. With rivals gone, new predators circle freely, inheriting a silent sea. The ocean calms, but the silence is deceptive, its space waiting to be claimed. Now, dominance isn't earned through strength alone, but through survival and opportunity. Myth: power comes from size. Fact: it comes from being left standing after catastrophe. As life thins in the deep, new rules begin to form in the darkness. After the silence, who gets to rebuild the ocean? Prey or predators? Because whatever comes next won't just survive the sea, it will rule it. After extinction, the seas rebound, clearer, brighter, crowded with prey, and suddenly rich enough to support true hunters again. Fish flood the shallows, energy concentrated at last, turning the ocean into fuel waiting to be spent. Then speed arrives. An ichthyosaur erupts forward, built to turn motion itself into a weapon. This isn't ambush, it's pursuit, relentless and precise, cutting through schools faster than panic can spread. By crossing their escape path, the hunter doesn't chase prey, it intercepts their future. One bite, barely a pause, and the chase continues. Momentum is survival. Prey scatter wildly, but speed decides who lives and who vanishes mid-sprint. In these shallows, velocity is power, and nothing here can match it. But dominance changes with depth, light fades, and a different strategy waits below. In the darkness, a mosasaur rests unseen, a living trap shaped by patience. As prey drift overhead, the hunter waits, stillness hiding explosive force. Then it erupts upward, turning silence into impact in a single violent stroke. Water detonates as jaws close, scattering life in a heartbeat. With prey secured, the giant sinks back down, power returning to shadow. Only drifting scales remain, evidence that ambush leaves no warning. Closer to the reef, another hunter takes a different path. The plesiosaur glides slowly, its long neck reaching where bodies cannot follow. By probing crevices, it flushes prey into open water, turning shelter into a trap. Walls close in, escape routes vanish, and strategy replaces size. When the shadow fades, the reef breathes again, as if nothing happened. Speed above, ambush below, precision at the reef. The Mesozoic crowns multiple kings. Prey fracture their world vertically, fleeing in every direction at once. Myth is one apex rules all. Fact is dominance splits by niche, depth, and weapon. But even these rulers are temporary. Time accelerates and the reptiles begin to fade. As their shadows disappear, one question remains: who inherits the ocean next? After millions of years, the ocean brightens again, warm, crowded, and finally rich enough to crown new rulers. From below, a shadow rises fast, reminding the sea that size and surprise can still decide everything. The megashark explodes upward, jaws open, built to hunt the largest bodies the ocean can offer. Impact ripples outward. One strike reshapes the balance of an entire food web. Serrated teeth slice and release, letting prey bleed and weaken instead of escaping. There's no hurry. True apex predators control time as much as space. The final surge ends the chase. Mass and teeth dominate the shallows. As the shark fades away, the ocean grows quiet again, briefly. Near ancient coasts, something new experiments with the sea. Early whales, awkward but curious. They swim unevenly, surfacing often, learning what it means to live fully underwater. Early hunts fail, but failure becomes instruction, not extinction. At river mouths, prey gathers densely, opening fresh ecological opportunities. Time passes, and whales return transformed, sleeker, smarter, and social. They hunt together, splitting and turning as one body. Prey compress into tight balls, trapped by coordination instead of speed. In a single moment, multiple strikes end the hunt from every direction. The pod reforms calmly, dominance through teamwork, not size alone. In the deep, shadows pass and vanish, rulers changing with depth. Myth, one predator rules forever. Fact, dominance splits by strategy and environment. As currents shift and prey move, even kings must adapt or fade. Sharks and whales yield the frame to time itself. So what truly decides the ruler? Teeth, teamwork, or the ocean that allows them to win? As time accelerates, the ocean cools. Light fades, particles thin, and the rules of survival quietly begin to change. Currents shift direction, dragging food away from familiar paths and breaking ancient hunting patterns. Prey moves first, flowing toward warmer, brighter water where energy concentrates again. An apex follows, confident and fast, chasing what once guaranteed dominance. But cold layers steal momentum, draining speed and strength in seconds. Above, prey slips into safety, leaving the predator trapped below its fuel. The hunt fails, not from weakness, but from timing. The deep opens wide and empty, a reminder that size alone can't fill a void. Across eras, this repeats. Abundance rises, collapses, and reshapes who gets to rule. Arriving late, even giants find nothing left to hunt. Myth, the deep is always a killing ground. Fact, sometimes it's starved of energy. Smaller hunters thrive at the edges where food returns first. Power retreats with the prey, leaving former rulers behind in silence. Dominance doesn't disappear, it migrates, following fuel, oxygen, and opportunity. If the ocean makes the rules, what happens when the rules change again? The ocean today looks familiar, yet it's still driven by the same ancient forces: motion, pressure, and change. Apex predators remain, moving with ease through power that once shaped their ancestors. Whales hunt together, reading currents and each other, dominance built on coordination. But the ocean pushes back. Cold flows sink, reshaping where energy can survive. Hunts break apart as conditions shift, forcing even apex hunters to choose carefully. Predators follow fuel, not tradition, descending or retreating as prey redistributes. Myth: today's ocean is overflowing. Fact: vast spaces now hold surprisingly little life. Storms intensify, currents strengthen, natural pressures that test every food web. Sharks and whales still rule, but only within the space the ocean allows. As we sink deeper, dominance fades into perspective, measured in moments, not eternity. So when did apex predators first dominate the deep? The answer is never fixed, reborn after every reset.